Hello friends, I am Professor Viresh M. Hiramat, working in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, SG Balekundri Institute of Technology, Belagavi. Today we will discuss the successive approximation type ADC of the subject analog circuits of 4th semester, and it is in the module 5 op-amp circuits. In the previous two videos we saw how a digital input can be converted into an analog output by using different methods such as R2R ladder network and weighted resistors. And in today's lecture we will see how an analog input can be converted into a digital form. The figure shows the n-bit successive approximation type ADC, which uses a comparator, a successive approximation register, and a digital to analog converter. The comparator compares the external analog input VA with the voltage VD, which is the output of the DAC. The successive approximation register, it does the conversion of this, and there are two signals, SOC, that is the start of conversion, and EOC, that is end of conversion, and the successive approximation register operates on a clock. SOC is the start of conversion, which is a signal that is given to successive approximation register to start the conversion. And once the complete conversion process is over, it will indicate with a signal end of conversion, so that we can get the output from the successive approximation register. Now this circuit was a generalized n-bit successive approximation type ADC. Now let us see one example of this, that is a successive approximation type ADC of 3 bits. As there are 3 bits between the SAR and DAC block, there are 8 input combinations starting from 0002 to 111. The digital output is converted into analog using the DAC, and the output VD of this DAC is given to the inverting input terminal of the comparator, and the external analog voltage that is to be converted is given to the non-inverting input terminal of the comparator. Depending on the comparator output, it will give signal to the SAR, and the overall analog signal will be converted into a digital signal D1, D2 and D3, where D1 is the MSB and D3 is the LSB. The one more figure shows the timing diagram. The start of conversion starts with the clock 1, and after the third clock, the end of conversion signal is highlighted as there are 3 bits. And if it is having 4 bits, then it will take 4 clock cycles to complete this process. Now let us see the flowchart of successive approximation type ADC. First, it will start, it will clear all the bits, and in this figure, in this case we have considered 3 bits, so all the 3 bits are cleared. We will start with the MSB. I will be setting the MSB as 1, and then I will be comparing the output of the DAC with the external input Vin. And if the DAC output is greater than or equal to Vin, then I will be clearing the bit and I will be going back. And if it is not, then I will retain the bit as 1 only, and I will go for the lower order bits, and I will check. If all bits are checked, then it means that the conversion process is completed and the result is available in the successive approximation register. And if all bits are not yet checked, then I will go for the lower order bits and I will repeat the whole process until all the bits are converted. Now let us see the conversion process. As there are 3 bits, B2 is the MSB and B0 is the LSB. First, the input will be compared with MSB, and if it is greater than or equal to, it will go down, and if it is less than that, it will go up. And each stage this test is done, and depending on the result of the comparison, either it will move up or it will move down. Let us take one example. The input voltage 5.2 volts is the analog input, which is to be converted into the digital form. The external input 5.2 volts, I will be comparing first with 4. 4 because it's a 3 bit, and with 3 bit we will be having 3 values, 4, 2 and 1. And the higher order will be 4, so I will be comparing that with 4. Is the input voltage greater than or equal to 4? As it is greater than 4, I'll be going down, and again I'll be comparing whether the input voltage is greater than or equal to 6. As it is less than 6, I will go up, and again I will check whether the input signal that is given is greater than or equal to 5. As 5.2 is greater than 5, I will again go down, and I will be getting the output as 101. So for whatever is the input voltage that is given, each time it will be compared with first time 4 with 4, second time with 2, and third time with 1 and other values, so that the complete 3 bits are processed, and at the end of that I'll be getting the digital output 101. So in this example, 5.2 volt was the analog signal that was given, and it has been converted into 101 as is shown in this figure. Any example can be taken and the same process can be followed. So for different range of values of the input voltage, we'll be getting the digital output. For the first one, if the input voltage is 0 to 0.9, I'll be getting the output as 000, and if it is 1 to 1.9, I'll be getting it as 001. If it is 2 to 2.9, I'll be getting it as 010, and so on. And the total time that is required for this conversion is called conversion time, which is given as TC, given as T into bracket n plus 1, where T is the clock period and n is the number of bits. If the number of bits, as in this example it is 3, it will be 3 plus 1 4, 4 into T. One clock cycle is required for each bit, and for the complete processing of this one it consumes one more clock cycle. So if it's a 3-bit successive approximation type ADC, then totally 4 clock cycles are required for this. Thank you.